Good morning on Crime TV. How's everyone doing? I'm doing an update for today. Drinking my medicine tea. Y'all know how I get the day started, trying to get my voice up and all that, because I talk a lot, y'all. Everything I do requires talking, you know. So, all right. There's some new things coming in. I do want to do the Sade Part 2, Sade Robinson case. Very interesting, getting new stuff as we go. But there's another little angel nudging me. Her name is Taylor Williams, okay? And I want to get to her case as well. I kind of told y'all, and I don't know if you know how, my spiritual gift pretty much works, is once I do a reading, there will be another spirit that comes in and says, hey, I want my story out. I want help. I want to be a part of, the spiritual team, basically. So my spiritual team is, if I had to describe it, they're like, not just spiritual workers, okay? But as if you're running a detective department, all right? And that's pretty much how it's operated. And they love it. They love to solve crimes. They love to talk about politics, which I don't like politics, but they love to talk about politics. They love to talk about things that are going on in the world. They love to talk about these cases. They love to solve these cases. And we all kind of work together with our gifts, okay? Because I have gifts outside of that as well, where we kind of pull our energies together and do what we do, all right? Before I'm done, I'll probably have a long line behind me of spirits. I am so glad that they're good spirits and not bad spirits. I don't channel bad spirits. I don't want to talk to bad spirits. I don't want to hear nothing they got to say. They lied in this life. They will lie in the other life, all right? And I don't have time to play games with bad spirits. I don't want them around. I don't want their energy around. They are where they belong, and that's it, all right? So what I do is I channel, of course, as you know, the victims, the good spirits, the innocent spirits. And that's how we operate, all right? Now, this case I'm not too familiar with. I'll give you the basics. From what I've seen, the mother was in a military uniform, so I'm guessing, okay, that she was in some type of military training or background, and basically did this to her daughter, okay, helped her daughter meet her demise. We just want to look in depth and see why, how the little girl's feeling, because I feel like her emotions are coming out and she wants attention, all right? And I feel like this is something she didn't get in this life. So let's just, give her stage, her platform, let her talk, let her get her story out and see what's going on. Now, of course, this I feel has been solved or will be solved. It's kind of a no-brainer, right? But again, Crime TV is usually about solving unsolved cases, but it's okay. Sometimes we go into the solved ones, let the spirits speak. Just like with Sade, we know basically who did it, y'all. I feel there's more connected to it, but we've let her come forward. And sometimes we just go ahead and do it. Sometimes we just go ahead and do it. It's out of respect, and also just letting them be heard, okay? Now, another thing, I want to thank everybody for their positive support. I was busy yesterday reading comments, almost in tears, y'all, from all the love and support and all the positive, wonderful things that you guys were saying in the comments. I appreciate it. And you guys are so welcome all over the world, from my help. I mean, I wish I could do more, But I am not a higher power, y'all. Okay. Sometimes if I could be, which is probably best I'm not, because let's just say I'm kind of furious with the world, if you know what I mean. Um, and I don't feel I have the patience or the mercy that would keep this thing going, you know? So it's probably best that I'm not, if you know what I mean. So there's only one, you know, that has that type of patience and that type of love and mercy for people. Um, Another thing is, I also got a lot of feedback about the areas, the locations for Jocelyn, which was awesome. I'm so glad that we are on the same page in our visions of where this may be are kind of coming together, if you will. It's making sense. We are on the same page, basically, with her location. Um, it's a beautiful thing, you know, that I have viewers coming back saying, yeah, okay, this is what this looks like. This is the name of this place, da da da. Because again, I have no idea. I have no idea where this is. I have no idea what this looks like, right? So I thank you once again for all the support, all the feedback, all the just coming together, collabing together. Um, I've also taken the time, and I do respect other readers' ways of doing what they do. We're all different. I see that we all read different, and that's great. Nobody's trying to be like the next person. A lot of our information kind of uh, linked up, matched up, um, which I was very interested to see. Now, I do believe I was the first person to do a reading about Sade, but others kind of fell in line behind that. And I said, well, let me listen to what they're talking about. You know, let's see if they get anything that I got or, you know, different things. I will be putting some things that I did get further in part two. And a lot of things did match up, y'all. A lot of things. It's very interesting that the spirits all call him the same thing. I can't say it on here, which is why I'm trying to move over to Patreon soon, at least for the summer. Um, and I'm not really a person who likes to curse because I'm a lady, y'all. Now, at the end of the day, I am a Taurus, so I'm a lady and I have class, so I don't really like to cuss a lot, you know, say really crazy stuff. Um, but the thing about I feel going over to Patreon is I can give y'all more information, if that makes sense, about things I can't say on here. Just like with the Hitler reading, I wanted to tell y'all his fetishes. I can't say that on here. Okay. I can't say if they're doing certain types of films. I can't say, you know, things that'll just kind of mess up my channel. So, um, I gotta watch that. But basically, the spirits call him the same thing. And reason being is I went into what kind of happened that night. What you know he basically does and did to her, and the spirits were just like he's a SOB. All right. Um, and that's what they call them. And spirits are very blunt. They don't care, y'all. They do not care. They've been here, done it. They're on the other side. They're very blunt. All right. They have nothing to lose. All right. Um, and I said that's interesting that in most of these readings, that's exactly what they refer to him as. As you go into what happened to this girl, I mean, y'all, I think that's an actual good name for him, um, because it should be much worse. My heart as a parent of a daughter, goes out to that mother in ways that I can't explain. Give me a moment, y'all. I got a little emotional. Oh, in ways I cannot explain. Oh my Lord. I'm hoping that maybe she'll have an open mind, open heart, and someone will lead her, or Sade will lead her to my channel, so that she can get a different understanding of what happened, if she's able to handle that, okay? Because unfortunately, I think every parent deserves to know what happened. I really do, even though it's so bad, y'all. It's so bad. It's so bad. Anyways, I do believe, I had a reading done a while ago where someone told me that some parents would run across my channel in the future, and that's cool. I'm here to help. That's what I'm here to do. All right. I'm not here charging y'all $50. It's ridiculous, y'all. We are in a bad time right now where people's finances are not looking up and up. Okay. And for me to even ask for that, y'all, I would feel terrible. But people got to do what they got to do. I was thinking this morning about something that my father said that stuck with me, y'all. And this has to do with something a viewer said as well about karma. When you say the word karma, it is coming from a different culture. I do understand. So we don't even have to use that word all the time. It's just a description of pretty much what goes around comes around, okay? And yes, in death, it is a definite for every single person. Every single person that has existed will get theirs, all right? But I remember asking my father as a little girl, and I used to call him Daddy, like that, Daddy. And I'd be like, Daddy, do people actually pay for what they do? And I was in tears, And he said, let me tell you something. He said, every dog has its day. And I've always remembered that. I think it's something that kept me going because I felt like I don't even want to live in a world where people do bad things and they don't even pay for them, Because I used to see certain things where I felt like, oh, this person never paid for anything they ever done. But now I'm wiser and I understand things on a more spiritual level. And as I got older, I got to see people actually suffer through things that they've done, okay, to others. And it was just something that's always stuck with me, how he told that to me. And you got to be so careful, y'all. You got to be so careful. I think the main lesson in life is how you treat people. I think we all do it. We all get in a stank, right? A funk, basically, where we don't want to be bothered. We don't want to deal with people. We get tired of people, especially on our jobs and stuff like that. And sometimes we forget. We go to work like I'm just going to not like everybody today, Forgetting to keep in mind what people are really going through, y'all. Behind closed doors, And I always try to keep that in the back of my mind when I leave this door. Uh, if someone just comes up and talks to me, you know, they may be lonely, they may be suffering an illness. You just never know. So I try to really watch that, you know. I try to understand where people are coming from. Like some people are rude because they are going through things, you know. And you just can't always take it personal. You know, I remember one time I was at work and this lady was being really rude. I mean, really rude, y'all. And as a tourist, I was like, I'm going to put my horns back in. All right. But I just started talking to her like, you know, we're all going through so much, you know. I understand where you're coming from. I do. And she just busted out crying and was telling me some things, you know, that she was going through at the time. And, you know, I just scratched it off like, this is what it is. A lot of times we just shouldn't take it personal. You know, it's not about us. It's about other things that they're going through. And yes, projection is wrong. Don't get me wrong, but it is natural sometimes, all right? It's a natural thing that people do. They don't mean to do it all the time. It happens. All right. And sometimes we just need to say, hey, you know, I understand I'm having a bad day too. I get it. I get what it's like to get up, go to a place you don't like, deal with people you may not like. Then you go home and deal with your problems at home too. Then you're dealing with childhood traumas that happen in your life. You're dealing with issues. You're dealing with bills. You're dealing with how you're going to make ends meet for the week. You're dealing with spiritual things, health issues. You're dealing with all kinds of stuff, right? I get it. I guess sometimes you have nightmares about things that are going to happen or things that have happened. I get the sleepless nights. I get when you go to bed, your whole body aches from the day that you've had. Well, see, we're all in this together, y'all. That's the thing. We have to come to a great understanding of that. Of course, evil people are not going to understand what I'm saying because they do not care. They are selfish. They do not care about other people's feelings or their well-being. They only care about themselves. But this is for people that can kind of step out of that box and think about what someone else may be going through. I was talking to one of my girlfriends last night about you know, my school days. We've all had them school days where things weren't so great, you know, maybe in elementary, maybe in middle school, maybe high school, whatever have you. Um, and I thought my stories were crazy, y'all. I really did. Until she said, okay, you think that's bad? She was like, I was in a wheelchair um, going to school. And I had a personal, you know, elevator key. And I said, okay, just when I thought mine was something, y'all. Okay? So you got to take all this into consideration. You do. You do. You never know what somebody's going through, what they've been through. Life is a journey. We're going to have people cross our paths. What we do with it is up to us. All right? And that's just something to think about as far as karma goes. And I think she really liked the comment I said that nothing says karma like death. And it's true, because when you close your eyes, you're going to see it all. See everything you did. I don't know if y'all remember that movie Flatliners. It's a very good example, y'all. So they would make themselves die, right? And when they went into the process of death, they would see things that they've done to people that they forgot about. They're like, I don't even remember what I did that long ago. You like Steve Urkel? Did I do that? Yeah, you did it. There's things that have come back to me that I'm like, oh God, I forgot I even said or did that. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I gotta get this right, you know? Every day that clock is ticking, that you're breathing, you have a chance to make something right. You can, like make, I forget what show that was, y'all. It was funny. He made a list of everybody he wanted to get right with before he died. And I think that was just so brilliant, you know? Because that's kind of what it's all about. While we have time to do what we have to do, we should make the best of it. You know? Life is so short. If you want that piece of cake today, go get that piece of cake. Go get it. If you want to go to the beach, go to the beach. If you want to spend time with someone you love, spend time with someone you love. Because I'm telling you, you could wake up the next day or go to bed that night, not wake up. You could wake up the next day, make you a breakfast sandwich. And while you're making the sandwich, just fall dead on the floor. Make the best of your time, y'all, that you have. Young or old. It happens to everyone. All right? And that was just something I wanted to share. But yes, especially in death, you pay for what you have done. Absolutely. As soon as you close your eyes, that whole process will start to begin, where it's kind of like a movie playing back to you. And I'm just trying to make the best of my movie, y'all. I don't want to close my eyes and see stuff that I'm like, oh no. That I regret, you know? I don't want to grieve on the other side. I want to be happy and free. I don't want to have burdens and reminders of how I've done people wrong or how I've hurt people or who wants their justice. I don't want that. All right? And you hear a lot of these killers talk about, when they're in these prisons and things, when they actually tell the truth, y'all, because they lie all the time. But when they actually tell the truth, they say, there's these specific ones that I murdered that actually haunt me. I believe the I can't even talk today. BTK killer had said that some of his victims were haunting him really bad. I believe Ted Bundy said that, and if they were honest, there's some others. But imagine when they close their eyes what they about to see, y'all. See, the thing about death is people think if you kill someone, that's final. No. People become spiritual beings. All right. It's not final. Death is not final. People say that it's not. There's people still existing and living in another place, y'all. in other dimensions. All right. Death is not the be all. That's it. Yes, it is on the physical plane. Now, that's a fact. But there's still life after that. It's just different. That's the only thing. So when these killers go around murdering people, they think, oh, this is it. You know, no, no. It's even worse because once you have taken that person off the physical plane, what happens is when they become a spiritual being, they are able to follow you wherever you go. You can't see them, you can't hear them unless that is revealed. Um, so imagine the things they can cause and do, you know. You might want to think about that if you think that's something you want to do, you know. Um, all right, now confirmation, you know what I'm saying. So they think if I kill this person, that's it. No, there is such things as hauntings. So again, you want to be careful what you do to people. Um, I have not had a bad experience with spirits. Again, I have good spirits around me, so absolutely not. I have had some things happen that have kind of freaked me out, where I've had to tell spirits not to come in that way, where you can actually see them how they looked when they were, you know, um, murdered and stuff. I don't want to see that. Um, and I think there was one time I was sleeping and one of them kept trying to wake me up, and I was a little scared about that. And I'm like, um, you know, I had to let her know I will help you, but don't haunt me. All right, don't do that, because I feel like a haunting is something evil. It's just like stalking to me in the physical plane. It's just as wrong. Okay, a person's space should be respected, and I don't like stuff like that. So I just had to let the spirit know, look, I'll help you, but don't do that. Mm-mm. And then I had to let another spirit know, don't come in here looking how you looked. It's scary, y'all. Okay. And some people can't handle stuff like, which I don't want to. All right. I don't want to see that. And I don't want to be awakened out of my sleep about anything when I'm resting. All right. I don't want spirits waking me up, and I don't want people that are alive waking me up. All right. But I had to let her know, you know, I'll help you, but let's not do it this way. Let's not do it. So it's just a matter of communication and respect with this particular gift, right? And a lot of people don't believe in it. That's cool. A lot of people think it's crazy, and that's cool. Again, crazy is such a dismissive word for things that people can't explain. So, anyways, it's fine with me. I've been called a lot worse. Um, so again, we have some new readings coming in. We have some new spirits coming in. Um, and I really hope by the time all this is said and done, I will have a very, very uh, huge following, not only on my channel, but also with my spiritual team in life. And we've already got some new people on board that are still sticking around. And I feel like they're even communicating on the other side, which is great. And it's a wonderful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Um, we're moving forward. That's what we do. So we're going to go into Taylor Williams. We have Sade Robinson part 2 coming up. I still got to get to Valerie Pride. I know this is the reason I keep putting that off. The new Jocelyn is up, which is great. I'm glad we're kind of narrowing down her location. It's kind of what's on our agenda for the week. As far as I know, if anything changes, I'll let you know. I'm going to continue to go about my day, do what I got to do. Love you guys, and I appreciate all the support once again. You know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, and I will get back with y'all later, okay? And y'all have a great day.